Just had a phone call. Someone said to me, someone's just driven into one of your hedges. So I'm going to go along and have a look. It's not a phone call you really want, is it? Because I think they're not there anymore. So we'll have a look. I got a feeling I've got a hole in a hedge. I'm better than holding my shoe. So let's see what we find. It seems to me that there's a lot of idiots who drive along this road by our farm and they can't flip in. Well, they drive too fast. So we'll see what we find when we get there, right? I'm going to turn this off and then we'll have a look when I park up. Great. Right. Right. I'm parked up. Going to spin around, we'll have a look at this in a minute. Thankfully, it's not my hedge. Unfortunately, it's another farmer's hedge. We're going to have a look at it. Look at this. Right. It's a busy road. I've got to be careful here. Look at this. Let me get on the verge a minute. This is such a busy road. Look at this. What a scene of devastation. So, some vehicle has come that way. There's the tyre marks here, I presume that's them. It's come that way because you can see the hedge has been flipping tipped over. And look at where the impact is, sculpt the hedge. So it's, look, it's leaning like that, isn't it? So I'm assuming it's either sided it on or it's actually taken off. Whatever hit it. The bloke who phoned up said he thinks it was sort of van here. Remains of a gate iron there. I think the original gate used to be there actually. And the people who own this field, I think they moved the gate down there a little bit, probably because it gives them a turn where the car is. But look at the serious impact, seriously bad, because that's uprooted that branch there. And look, there's a steel gate iron. That's the fence post. Look at it. 45-degree angle. And look at the gate. Can you just about see in there? The gate's still on the hinge, I think. And it's bent the gate. Knackered the gate. And look, pushed the rest of the hedge into here. Now what's really weird is there's no sign of any bits of vehicle. Oh, hang on. One bit of vehicle. Which makes me suspicious that whoever hit this has actually come down and done a tidy up, because there's no way that look, I'm just looking in the hedge side. It's pushed the hedge into the field. There's no way that if you hit that you wouldn't have broken bits off the vehicle. The vehicle, there would have been a number plate here or something. There's nothing. You know, it's like someone's pushed it over, but there's no sign of an accident apart from that one little bit of plastic. So whoever hit this has basically, well, I'm sure the vehicle wasn't drivable. It must have been total. Look at it. Totally knackered the vehicle, even if it was a van, which is a bit higher up. Totally knackered it. It's no way it'd be drivable. It must have been towed away, I would have thought. But they've tidied up the site, so there's no evidence. So you can't even pick up a number plate and say, this is your vehicle, look what you've done to my hedge. Oh. The only thing I can think is possibly the hedge will regrow, sorry. Some of that won't be uprooted. And if the farmer can sort this out with the gate posts, might be able to push that over if it's concreted in. Oh, Farmer P there. Fancy that? It's not a good place to stop. Oh dear. Let's not cause another accident. Look what someone's done to this edge. It's not my edge.
Oh, isn't it?
No, I was told it was my edge. But I've just come along to have a look. Look at that. Someone's come that way.
Yeah, but they must have been.
Oh, flipping heck. Talk about fast. That must have been idiots, wasn't it?
It some ears,
but there's no evidence. Yeah, you're looking at I'll have that.
a gate inch.
There's no evidence of any vehicle, look. So they've cleaned up after themselves, haven't they? No evidence.
Yeah, sometimes you find the number plate, don't you?
I was looking for that.
Yeah.
I've already rang them up whose field this is and told them.
I made a right mess of that.
I know. Anyway, I'll turn this off. Anyway, that was an unexpected treat. Farmer P in the video. He's not guilty. His car's all right.
No,
So
not me.
that bit of white I found wasn't off there.
Not me.
Right. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you what idiots are around, what we have to deal with, isn't it? If it's not fly tipping,
Yeah.
it's stuff like this. And
Yeah. He was probably 17, passed his test a month ago, got given a new car by mummy and daddy.
it was a van, apparently.
Oh, was it a van?
Yeah.
Oh, in
but
that case,
whoever's driven the van got very brown pants now. Hey? And they've got some explaining to do, innit?
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Can't say I hit a rabbit.
Well, that's the usual excuse, a rabbit ran out in front of
Rabbit,
me, or a
rabbit,
cat, or a
or
dog.
a wasp in my... I think I might use that excuse myself.
Yeah,
Right, I'll turn this off.
All right.
Wherever I go, he turns up.
Yeah, it's like a bad smell,
A
isn't
bad
it?
smell. I didn't like to say. Right, crack on. Okay, so that was one site of a crash, which was earlier this morning. The question is, are we going to see another crash in this video? Because Dave is here. Dave is back. Dave the plane man is back with a new improved plane for 2023, and we're going to see whether he can actually get it up. Dave, come on, we're all willing you. Get it up, Dave, get it up. It's Dave the plane. Dave the plane, your fan club. Can you get it up today, Dave? Can you keep it up?
Time can tell.
Let's hope you can keep it up. So you're getting your lace and your boots up. Have you rebuilt this plane, or is
Yeah.
this a brand new one?
No, this is a rebuild, so it's a same model, bit more glue.
Bit more- Is there any technical advancement?
No.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
So you just think maybe technique this time?
Well, it's not windy today,
No,
so that's
it's no
one good
wind.
thing. And we'll check the radio before we get
Yeah.
flying to make sure that wasn't any of the issues.
Yeah, because
And apart from that, it's driver error.
so when I was speaking to you before, you said there's a possibility that the signal might not get through.
Yeah, it's worth checking. So we just got to sort of like walk a distance away from the plane, make sure it still receives its signal, and then we'll be ready for
You know your range is okay.
Yeah.
Because if you lose signal halfway up in the air,
Yeah.
Don't matter how good the plane
each
is.
time it looks as if I have no control, but it just might have been the wind, might
Right.
have been going fast enough, could be all sorts of reasons.
Okay.
So we'll just rule one of them out.
Yeah, good plan.
Yeah.
Love it. And Dave, so you rebuilt this?
Yeah, I think we've got a new nose piece on this. And I think last time it went in the tree.
I
didn't
got a
it?
feeling, yeah, it crashed in the
Yeah.
tree. So it went in the tree.
So I think
what bit
this,
snapped
this,
off?
this new bit here, so we've got a little bit of a breakage, and a bit of extra glue.
Is this what have you rebuilt? Which bit have you remade?
Yeah, so I've just made this.
You made that section.
front section,
Right.
yeah.
How do you attach
And
it?
then
Super glue.
spliced it on, yeah, with super
Right.
glue. I think if we get this open, we'll
Okay.
be able to see the.
Oh yeah, I can see. Spliced in.
Yeah.
So how long does it take you to remake bits? Is it a
That's not too bad, that piece, because that's only about an hour on the
right?
printer.
Okay.
But I think the motor had come.
You lost the shaft once.
Yeah,
didn't you?
and it bent on this one as well.
Did
So
it?
I had to fit a new motor shaft that took a little bit longer.
Right.
And it's not easy because it's not broke on an existing line. So
Yeah.
basically, I had to make a new piece,
Right.
and then snap the new piece
Oh, right,
to
to-
match
to
the
match
length of
in.
this one. Yeah. And of course,
Yeah.
they don't line up perfectly, but I mean, yeah. I
It'll
think,
be
I
fine.
think it's on there good enough.
Well, it's quite good if you can reuse the bits of the plane that aren't
Yeah,
damaged, isn't
yeah,
it? Because
yeah.
I mean, making this whole plane, how many hours is?
I think this one's about 40 hours.
Is it?
On the printer.
And that's just the printer going?
Yeah, just the printer going. So I mean,
Wow.
you haven't got to sit and watch it.
No, you just leave it to run.
Yeah.
Right, Dave, this is the one then.
This is
Your
the one.
audience have been waiting for you. Because it's been a while since you've been out, isn't it?
Hopefully it's worthwhile, but then no doubt they want to see another crash, don't they?
I don't know. You got perfect weather for it today,
Yeah,
haven't you? It's
yeah,
calm,
it is.
it's blue sky.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, what do you want me to carry?
Oh, if you have the bag,
Right.
I'll have the plane.
Is this the bag for the broken
That's
bits?
the broken bits bag, yeah.
Dave.
Not that I'm expecting it.
Do you
but,
need- you
know,
need
just,
that-
just in case.
Right, let's take this. Right, and let's go. Right, a little walk out here. It's a lovely walk now. Spring is coming. Right, Dave is coming here. We've got to do this now. Oh, let me just nearly caught the bag.
See it when it's whole.
See it when it's whole, but also I'm thinking we're getting to the stage where the grass is going to get too long, although you're not going to take off from the ground, are you?
No.
You're going to launch this.
I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? Even if we do get the plane up in the air and it flies, landing's not going to be at all.
No.
There's no wheels on the plane, so basically it's got to skid across the ground.
That's
so,
all right.
And with uneven ground,
It'll damage that, won't it? That's going to.
Yeah, well, you'll stop spinning, but
right.
Well,
where are we actually going to? I'm going to come around this side because the sun's in the way. Where are we going to launch from then?
I think we'll just...
My thoughts would be launch from the top there, and then you got the height here.
Well,
you think, or is that not an idea?
I think there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
I think somewhere around with this little middle.
Where that dead grass is.
Yeah. Looks a bit better to set up.
All right. You're the boss, right? Right. You just tell me what you want me to do, because you want me to test the plane or the controller or something, don't you? I better hold the plane then.
Yeah, I'll leave the plane here.
I don't understand the controller.
With the controller.
Right.
And I'll go. Well.
Controller's there.
But there's a cord I expect.
Yeah.
From there.
Okay.
There's also another feature on the controller.
Right.
It's,
what? Destruction button. Blow it up in my hand.
But it analyses interference, if you like.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know what's around here. If there's like a mobile phone tower or something.
Right. There
like
is
that,
one up where
that could be overriding, blasting out the signal, and that's maybe why you lose control. But it'll measure that.
Will it?
And so we can.
So have you measured that before?
Only at home.
Oh, okay.
I've gone at next to the Wi-Fi router, and it just saturates it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a plane coming over now. Look.
Yeah. Hope he has better luck than we might.
Is there any restriction on flying? I mean, there must be restrictions on where you can fly it, like a model plane.
Yeah, model planes. Yeah,
Quite heavily restricted.
There's an app you can use, and it tells you all the no-fly zones. So
would that be where?
Near airports and quite a distance from airports, any MOD sites, power stations, nuclear power stations.
What about flying over sort of places of population like that?
Oh yeah, you're restricted on. It depends what the plane is and what the type is, but there's all sorts of restrictions on how far you can be away from people and other buildings.
Right.
So it's quite an in-depth. That's why you've got to get a license. Then you've got to do the training. Okay. And then hopefully you remember the rules.
Well, we'll see how we go today. No one to worry about around here, is there? We're pretty cool.
That's why you want something like this, away from all buildings, away from people, away from roads.
I was going to say where no one could see you, but this is going to be on YouTube.
But I mean that's all part of the rules, especially when you're making planes yourself,
right?
They've not got a certification,
I see.
So it makes it a little bit more strict.
Right. Right, Dave, you set up. I'll put the bag down.
Bring the bag down.
Oh, you want the bag there? Okay. Okay.
The kneel on.
Right. Okie dokie. Right. I'll let you do your stuff a minute. It's a big bit of kit, this handset, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't even touch those switches.
Channel 1.
Breaker, channel 1, come on, any smokies around there? Come on, big brother. 10-4, good buddy. How are we doing, Dave?
We've not got...
Don't tell me we've got a malfunction.
No, to that.
That sounded like a car locking then. It's not easy seeing this light, is it?
No.
You've got a lot of reflection on there. Can you brighten the screen or not?
No.
Right. Can you see any better?
Either I got the...
What's that beeping then?
Oh, that's just waiting for its communication, but that's part
Is that
of
what's
the
not
problem.
happening? The battery's
we
not
haven't
flat.
got any. Yeah.
Oh, really? It's not communicating?
No.
Don't tell me you've got a battery flat. Will
the battery's
send
good.
it in there? Battery's good in there. Try turning it on and off again. That's what all IT people do, isn't it?
Yeah, normally works.
Reboot the system. It's the flux capacitor. That's what the problem is. Oh, it's all high tech, isn't it? So, this is what happens when you're waiting at EasyJet and they say the flight's delayed. What it is, there's someone out the back who can't control it with their remote control and they have to reboot it. I'm sure it's exactly the same. All this effort and they can't got a signal so far. Okay, well, while Dave's playing around with that, I thought we can just see the rings where the ring feeders are. Do you remember I chucked some grass seed out here back in, oh, God knows when it was, April? No, it wasn't April, wasn't it? It was late, wasn't it? I chucked it out really late. It was like November, which isn't really a proper time to put grass seed out. Here's the clip. We sing a song, the bucket of grass seed song. La 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 la. Oh, Sally James, she was a bit of a stunner in her day. If you're as old as me, you'll know what I mean. We sing a song, the bucket of water song. Right, I better stop singing. I probably want to unsubscribe. Right, I'm going to chuck a bit more out here. So that was me chucking it out then, and it was a bit of a it's a bit of a gamble whether it would take, but actually look, I think it's done the job, and I think I've gained a bit of growth time on it. There's a bit of debris in it. It probably wants rolling. I can't chain arrow it because it'll rip the grass out, but let's walk over here. So these are the rings where I had the ring feeders, and it wasn't the best plan putting them out on this grass, because all it meant was that the grass got decimated around it. But hopefully I'll never have to do that again. It was only because of the dry summer meant I had no grass and had to feed. Never normally do that. But obviously the cattle trashing the grass meant I had to do something about it. And I'm going to have to get some more seed to cover up these bare patches. But look, you have got regrowth here. Fresh young grass coming through. Quite a few places. Look at that. So that was worth putting the grass. I'm sure that's the grass seed, not the grass underneath coming up. It was worth doing because there's some more down here. It just given me a bit of a head start, because the thing is, I've only got probably a couple of months till the cows actually start grazing this. So let's have a look here. It doesn't look like it's taken so well here. I don't know why that was. See, you can see strips where I threw it. That's probably my hands going like that. And either it's not come up enough yet, because there isn't any evidence really of any grass there, is there? Not really. The odd little bit, quite bare. So almost like a before and after. You can see there where I've done it. Actually, really worth doing. Where it's taken. I don't know why it's taken better up there than down here. Where it's taken, well worth it, because that'll give a head start and might even be grazable grass by the time the cows get in here. This other bit, if I reseed it now, which I'm going to have to order some more grass seed, my worry is, because the cows will be out here beginning of April, mid-April, so we've only got 2 months, they're going to, any young grass seed's going to be quite tender, and they'll probably just yank it out and destroy it. So I'm sort of like, I better order that grass seed now. Crack on when I go inside. Right. Dave, how are you getting on, mate?
Right, we're getting there.
Are you? Good-o. Have you found the problem?
Yeah.
What was it?
One of the wires off.
Was it? Pick up radio 1 on there. Right. What do you reckon is the problem then, Dave?
Well, it's all the functions are working, because you can move all the you can move everything.
Yeah.
But it's keeping beeping, which is
Where do you think the brake could be then? I mean, it hasn't been tested since impact, has it?
No,
So
but
possibly
it's only electronics.
The trouble is, I presume that's the process of elimination then, is it?
Well, this is the little
There's not that much to it though, is there? I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
So what have you got electric wise
And
in here? The wiring's going to be okay, the battery's okay. So it's going to be just this bit here, isn't it?
it's either here or this little block down here.
Right.
But I can't think what it is at the moment. Normally just connected up and it
I would have thought
works.
it's probably that bit, isn't it?
Yeah. The beeping's normally that it's not. I think the beeping means it's not banged. You know, the two aren't connected together. But it obviously is, because I can move.
Right. So is it not connecting on certain parts, do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, can you turn the propeller? I mean, obviously not now.
That's the bit you can't do.
Right. So maybe it's partly damaged on there then, do you think? So obviously that commands.
Yeah.
So my thoughts would be the command module then.
So you can.
Or a loose wire on the
Take-
command module.
that 8x8 and put that one in a different one.
What, and see if that works.
But it's probably not.
But there's some movement there, isn't it? It's just going a little bit, but not. Something's happening. Like that, isn't it? My suspicions is the command module. So is this a flight for another day then, Dave?
It might well be, yeah.
Oh, Dave, mate, back
It's just-
again.
Because that obviously does connect and do something. This is where
That's like a corpse twitching this
Yeah,
rotor.
I
It
mean-
just keeps going.
When you've
Look,
got a
every
hand-
time that beeps,
yeah, which
it
is
moves in
wrong.
time with the beep, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look. It's like a monitor in a hospital. Not moving now. Not doing anything. Oh yeah, it is moving.
Just a bit of a mystery, this one. Got one in the bag there, but I don't think that's not
So
screwed up.
this is probably the end of the road for today's flying lesson, is it?
Could well be.
Oh, Dave. Unless you got the spare.
Which I don't expect they
It's
will.
like Dave's
because it's-
workshop, look. It's just like my workshop, but on a bigger scale.
Let's have a look in here.
Lots of tools. Lots of bits. I
Not
have
those bits,
No
though.
idea what they are. Oh. I'm sure the Wright brothers had this situation. Spare propeller.
Yeah, we've got all sorts
Spare
of things, but
propeller.
not a whole spare.
Right. So for those of you who've been waiting in trepidation for Dave's plane to fly for the last... How long have you been coming here, Dave?
Oh, hang on. I got.
What's that? Oh, is that one?
But has it got the right?
I have no idea. Stay tuned. Hey Dave, you swapped the bits over.
Swap this over.
Hang
Yeah.
on, is that
this-
the
this
new
must be
for old?
faulty.
New lamps for old.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's
what-
This
what- that's the-
ECS.
What's that bit do?
That takes the power from the battery and the signal from the receiver and converts it into the correct sequence for the
Right.
motor to spin.
So you
But
reckon
obviously that was. I've changed that bit and
Yeah.
it seems to be happy. All I've got to do is
fire up the Quattro?
put it into the plane.
Right, so it's working now, is it?
Yeah,
Okay. Right, we'll see it in the air then in a minute.
yeah.
So we are going to see Dave's plane up in the air. How about that? There's cliffhangers here, isn't it? The tension is mounting. This is better than anything you'll see on Netflix. Maybe. You're looking for signals now, are you? Or
So
interference?
this will see if there's any interference
come
in
round
the
with that
field.
sun's
If
in
we
my
can
eye.
just about see it, and
Right.
you press down on this
Go on then.
spectrum analyzer.
Okay.
Oh, we've got to turn off the receiver first.
Oh, it gets
Oh.
complicated, doesn't it?
And there we are. So that shows
Any interference.
any interference,
Is there a match?
and right down the bottom. So if you're like in your house and you go next to the Wi-Fi router, those signals will be right at the very top,
Right.
and you know it's not a good idea.
So there's nothing really here.
No,
Shouldn't be. Maybe
no.
Wi-Fi from that house I pick
Yeah.
up occasionally.
Yeah.
Right. So next test then.
Reconnect.
Frequency distance.
Then we'll do the distance test. Right,
Dave.
so what we're going to do now is make sure that the transmitter actually transmits at a distance rather than being right next to the
Okay.
plane. So at the moment, if we move the rudder, you can
Yeah.
see it moving at
Oh
the
yeah,
bottom
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I'm going to take a walk right the other end of the field.
Do you want me to? So
And
you're going
if
to just
you
do
put
the
your thumbs up,
rudder
then
test,
it's
then,
still,
is it?
yeah. You put
Okay.
your thumbs up, then we know
All
it's
right.
working. So I'll go.
So
right down
you're
by
going to go
those
down
barrels,
there,
yeah.
do the and then put your hand up.
Yeah. So I'll
Okay, you-
I'll do it midway and
Right.
the other way.
Man on a mission. Come on, rudder. Yep, that's working. Next rudder test. So distance-wise, should be okay. Yep. Yep. I think he's all right on the distance. Let's see where we go for the flying. Are you ready to go then? Rock and roll, Dave.
Nothing else can go wrong, can
What
it?
could go wrong now? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Right. So, what have I got to do? Nothing really.
Nothing.
Nothing. I've just got to stand here and video the evidence.
Yeah. Well,
So
where do
which
you
way are
reckon?
you flying then? So the sun's that way. If I film that way, I'll end up not being able to film anything. So we want to really go that way.
Yeah.
because otherwise I'm going to have the
Down
sun.
that way. Right.
Yeah.
then.
So
Down
are
that
you
way.
better off standing over by those trees and launching it?
Yeah. All right.
All right. It doesn't matter about the wind today, does it?
There's no wind.
Okay. Now where do you want me to stand?
Oh, behind.
Right. Okay, I'll come up. Oh, it's got. You're saying this is heavy. It's a heavy beast to keep
It's
in the
quite-
air.
it's quite heavy,
I
yeah.
seriously think next time you should make a small one to try.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I reckon maybe a Mark II for the next video.
Yeah.
I know this one's going to fly to Australia now,
Yeah, oh God,
but
yeah,
I would have thought you need to try a little one
Yeah.
because the weight is just going to be easier to get higher, isn't
That's
it?
the problem with these PLA planes when you print them on the 3D printer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one layer thick in a lot of places, and you can't really make them any lighter.
Right. No.
So that means you have to have a bigger motor.
So it's gotta
and
be
heavier
size,
batteries. Yeah, and it all adds to the difficulty on flying it. But anyway,
Right, I'm going to stand back,
let's
Dave.
give it a go. Stand well back.
This is it. Let's hope it goes. Right. Shit! Oh, Dave! What happened?
I
Oh
didn't
my
think
God.
It sounds as if it had a lot of
No! Dave!
power. Already?
Dave! It didn't even make 5 foot!
Well, at least the front's come off
What
again.
happened there then? What?
I don't think it sounded as if
Did
it had
it-
enough power.
It. Wow.
It didn't sound.
Dave! I can't. The last few times
I
it's
mean, you
gone
see now
really.
it just flopped over.
Oh, nose heavy, isn't
That's
it?
because we've not done it, for a long time. We've forgotten what
And
it
we
was meant
didn't.
to be
Aren't you
like.
supposed to do those flippy things? where you
Yeah.
trim the whatever doodads. You
Yeah.
didn't do that, did you?
Didn't do that, but it's in the same position as last time. Might have been a bit
Dave,
nose
what do you
heavy.
reckon the failure on that was? That was too heavy. The power wasn't there, was it?
It's
This thing had been playing up anyway.
Yeah. Maybe that. I don't know.
Oh, Dave. Well, Dave's plane, it's not that badly damaged though, is it?
It's not too bad. No.
A rebuild on that in the end of the world, is it?
No.
I think.
Well.
What do I know?
Possibly not.
What do I know, Dave?
All those tests, see, they all come to nothing.
Right. Poor old Dave. If you've been watching this right from when we started doing Dave's plane, Dave is a man who will not give up. He will not give up. Dave is determined. For you, those of you watching this, we've seen probably 5 or 6 crashes now. That one wasn't the best one, was it?
That's bad.
That was bad. That was 10. That was probably about 10 foot or something, wasn't it? So, my advice would be to tune in again on Dave's plane when we will get it up in the air. Dave, we can't keep going forever on Dave's. I might change this to Dave's plane crashes rather than Dave's plane.
There's not much flying.
Not much flying. Yeah, for the effort involved. Anyway, I suggest maybe you try and stick to making something that stays on the land, like Dave's tank or something. Dave's tractor. Oh dear, Dave.
It's only the front nose.
Oh, you can rebuild it, can
It
you?
didn't sound right though.
need-
It didn't sound right.
Right.
And-
yeah, you weren't confident before, were you?
And
It
when,
didn't
when I
sound right.
put it full throttle, it only
it didn't
seemed
have
to
the
be,
guts.
Well, from memory, and this is the problem, from memory, it only seemed like it was about half throttle. I mean,
Right.
it was pulling,
Yeah.
but obviously
well,
not
the
enough.
battery's all right, is it?
Yeah, battery's fully charged, yeah.
So what?
I mean,
can it
I've
do?
never used this,
Is this the same motor that crashed last time?
same motor,
Do
yeah.
you think the motor's been damaged?
Could have been. It didn't sound all that special, I
Hmm.
must admit. But
How do you tell?
I'll have to just do some tests at home. I mean, I must admit, it was a bit of a rush today. I
Yeah.
got out and said, well, nothing's changed since last time. You know, I've repaired the
Yeah.
nose. I tested it, just at home without the propeller and everything.
Right.
It seemed to be running all right, but yeah, I think
Oh well.
I think we made a bit of an error. Yeah.
Oh my, Dave. Good luck, Dave. Next time. Crack on.